what's going on. It is October, oh, what day is it? 28th, maybe? I feel like I do this every single time. Almost dropped it. Today's October 30th. I'm only 2 days off. But we're out hunting in southern Indiana, the old tried and true spot. Hunting deer tonight, as you can probably tell. Hopefully we see something moving at least. Been a few scrapes up here. One was freshened up this morning, or at least it looks like it was freshened up this morning. Had a real nice fresh buck track in it. I assume it was a buck track. Looked way too big to be a doe, but you never know, it could be a stud doe walking around here too. So anyway, main trail coming in through here kind of disperses out. Trail coming this way, trail coming up there, bunch of trails coming this way. We're hunting a travel corridor, so kind of see what happens. Last couple days it's been raining. It quit this morning, had some things to do, and then I was able to get out here. Lucky enough, my wife thinks that I should be out hunting, so she said get out there. So you know what, I'm gonna go. So trying to fill the freezer, so we'll kind of see what happens. We see pretty well shooting whatever, as long as it is not a yearling buck or even a yearling doe. So we'll kind of see what happens. So need to put some meat in the freezer. So I'll turn you guys back on when I see something. God. Hopefully you guys can see that I goofed. I had a decent buck come in, kind of milled around up in there and came down this way, then came right to there, and then came right to here. And when I drew back, he was so close that he heard the arrow rub on the rest. The reason why I didn't shoot was because where I was and at the angle that I had, my cam would have hit this. So is what it is. I would have never guessed I would have had a good buck at 8 yards. So we're gonna keep hunting. There's still plenty of time. He still may come back around. He was not like bug out of here spooked, so I'm sure he's still in the area and we still have a shot at him. So hell, maybe we shoot him tomorrow morning. But I know there are bigger deer here in the area for sure. This area holds some really good deer. I've got a lot of deer on the wall from this spot specifically, and still a lot of season left. Honestly, it's probably a blessing, but we'll see. there's still some movement going on. After I turned you guys off, I saw 2 bobcats come down this way. Actually, I think they made their way up that way. And about right after I saw them leave, there were some deer up there that I'm pretty sure were coming this way, but I think they ended up seeing the bobcats, so they ended up blowing and getting out of here. I thought we were gonna get some action, but I think there's just multiple deer, so who knows? Kind of crazy. There is a bobcat season getting ready to come for Indiana, so you can only trap them though, and I've never trapped, so we are gonna get back after it. All right, back at the truck after the October 30th hunt. So saw a bunch of deer. Saw the same buck twice. Drew back on him both times I saw, but after the second time, I'm kind of glad I wasn't able to get a shot off on the first time, assuming that it was the same buck, and I do think it is, because the second time I saw him and I was drawn back on him, I tried to get him to stop, and he just bugged out because he's heard that sound before in that same area, but he was still around in the area. Saw 2 does right at the end. I had like 8 minutes of legal light left, and I couldn't tell if the front doe, and at the time all I could see was the one deer. I couldn't tell if the front one was a buck. In Indiana, you have a spike counts as a buck if there's one antler over 3 inches. Yeah, so I have seen a spike around here, so I couldn't really tell if that was him. It turns out it wasn't, and about the only time I could really tell was when she was right underneath my stand. Had that little one, the little yearling, right behind it, and I just didn't feel like shooting a yearling tonight, especially when the big one's around. Hopefully I shoot the big one tomorrow morning, but you never know. So just kind of an overall update here, Southern Indiana, October 31st of 2025. Right now where I'm at, it doesn't seem like there's any chasing. The does still have their yearlings with them, although that one looked like it was trying to shake its yearling off, or at least it looked like it was, for me, all trailing a little bit further behind, trying to get away from it. I don't know what it was, but away from it. And then the bucks, the one thing that I did like, right, was the buck came in and came down to me, did what it did. I screwed up, drew back, and if I would have shot, I would have absolutely hit my tree stand, which is not good for your bow, fun fact. And then it took off and kind of went all the way around and made a big loop and then came back. So to me, that's saying that deer checked a bedding area for maybe a hot doe. Nose was not to the ground. Nose was not searching too hard, you know, just kind of bebopping around. The other thing that tells me that there's they're kind of early yet, is that doe still had its fawn with it. I assume it's its fawn unless it was adopted, but anyway, we're gonna assume had its fawn with it, and those 2 deer had to pass that buck. So that doe specifically is not in heat. She might be coming soon. And then the other cool thing, we saw 2 bobcats. By we, I mean me. You guys couldn't see them because they're probably 80 yards out, and I caught just a faint glimpse of them. And then right after that, 3 deer blew. So overall, if you're counting the blows, assuming they were all different deer, and it kind of sounded like they were because they're all various distances away. We'll count those as 3. The doe and the fawn is 2, or sorry, 2 more. That's 5, and then that buck is 6. Saw 6 deer tonight, best case scenario, which is great because I've seen that buck before. So buck, spike, at least 3 other does, and then those 2. So buck, spike, 3 does, and 2, that's 7 different deer. And overall, I've only sat twice, 2 or 3 times. And hopefully tomorrow we get to let an arrow loose. So fingers crossed, hopes are high. Thanks for tagging along for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys learned something. Hopefully you guys can see something, because all we're doing is recording this off of a GoPro. So thanks again. We'll catch you out there on the next one.